Dear Dharma Masters and Lotus friends, Namo Amitabha. Foshin would like to share with you a teaching by Master Zongdao this evening. The title is, Out of Need Comes Faith. Out of faith flows joy. Earlier today, a lay practitioner asked me, I see so many people reciting Amitabha's name with such a profound Dharma joy. Why can I feel the same? I replied, you'll only feel that joy when you truly sense that reciting the Buddha's name is something your life really needs. Think about it this way. A child has been dreaming day and night of a toy. Then one evening, his dad comes home holding that very toy. Of course, the child is thrilled. Or take a newlywed couple struggling with housing. Out of the blue, their family steps in with a down payment to help them buy a home. It's no surprise they're overjoyed. But suppose the child wasn't craving a toy at all. He wanted a cake. In that case, the toy wouldn't excite him. Likewise, if the couple had their hearts set on buying a nice car instead of a flat, the gift of down payment might not bring much joy. The same goes for reciting the Buddha's name. If someone comes to understand that the ultimate truth of the universe is endless, immense suffering and hardship, they will naturally develop a heartfelt desire to break the cycle. At that moment, if someone tells them that simply reciting the Buddha's name can resolve the issue, they will immediately resonate with the teachings, rejoicing with deep faith, as described in the sutra. This is especially true for someone who has endured countless struggles, experimented with various paths and practices, only to find they all end in failure. And just when all hope seems lost, they encounter the teaching of Amitabha's compassionate deliverance. Their hearts are flooded with happiness and relief. From then on, their recitation of Namo Amitabha Buddha is filled with joy and a sense of peace. But what if someone hasn't truly felt the weight of samsara yet, and liberation from it isn't something they genuinely long for? Instead, their heart is preoccupied with what they believe to be more important things: career success, family matters, reputation, or financial gains. In this state, their recitation of the Buddha's name becomes sporadic and indifferent, and feels monotonous and lifeless. Their mind, being dull and dense, has little room for deeper spiritual reflection. To them, the suffering of samsara isn't something that feels urgent or relevant. They fail to realize that their so-called important matters are, as the Infinite Life Sutra puts it, merely affairs of no urgency. Even if they come across the practice of Amitabha recitation, they chant the Buddha's name simply because everyone else does. They repeat phrases such as, nothing is more important than what comes after this life, or the path of samsara is treacherous, not because they've realized these truths for themselves, but because they're just parroting what others said. Receiving what we truly need brings joy. The stronger the need, the greater the joy when it is fulfilled. But without genuine need, even receiving something meaningful may leave us indifferent. We might not even glance at it. Genuine need not only brings joy, it also gives rise to faith. As Master Zongdao wrote in Faith Comes from the Need. When someone truly needs something, faith arises naturally. But if that need isn't there, no amount of asking, urging, or even pleading will make them believe. And isn't faith the very foundation of joy? At a recent gathering, someone turned to householder Fo Yu and said, "I deeply admire your dedication. You never miss the daily 7 p.m. group recitation." To get to the group practice, Fo Yu had to endure the sub-zero freezing winters in Beijing and the 40-minute subway ride every evening. But, rain or shine, she's always there, never failing. Her commitment and discipline is indeed quite commendable. But Fo Yu smiled and replied, "It's not about willpower or discipline. I come every night simply because I need to." She described how the practice transformed her. Her temperament became softer, her heart more open, her joy more steady and shared. Once reserved and withdrawn, she now feels more connected to those around her. Every night, she sits in the same place at the same time, quietly reciting Namo Amitabha Buddha. With each session, her practice works more deeply on her consciousness, like water slowly wearing through stone. This steady, gentle repetition has brought about a profound transformation in her body and mind. And the more she experiences these changes, the more naturally she wants to continue. It's an irresistible pull from within. I completely relate to what Fo Yu said. What may appear to be a tough task to others from the outside is actually a great source of joy for the person who feels the need to undertake it. I have had similar experiences. People often tell me they admired my long-standing commitment to the editorial team. "You must have such perseverance," they said. What they don't know is that more than the team needs me, I need the team. Having received Amitabha's boundless compassionate vows, I often wonder how I can repay such kindness. Serving in the editorial team offers me that opportunity, allowing me to contribute my abilities while expressing gratitude. And for that, I feel great joy. Because out of need comes faith, and out of faith flows joy. 南无阿弥陀佛。